Oh, man. All right. So, as you see, we've been talking about Good Kid, Mad City for the duration of the show. Right now, we're going to take a moment to do 5 fast facts about the Kendrick Lamar album, Good Kid, Mad City. Let's kick it off with fact number 1. It's a family affair. Kendrick Lamar's real parents, Paula Oliver and Kenny Duckworth, are leaving voice messages on many of the album's infamous skits. Lamar says of the decision to include them, "Those are the people that I was raised by, so I decided to put them in the skits as themselves." That's one of the highlights of the album to me, is hearing that. And when I found out it was his actual parents, I was like, that's dope. That is crazy because it's so entertaining, but it worked. I don't know what he told him to get him there, but it works.
It's so funny because it sounds like parents like that. You had friends who had parents like that. Your auntie and uncle were like that. I mean, if your parents weren't, you knew somebody, them cussing at each other and all that. And shut up. But they love it. Like, you can tell that's just something they got. And I mean, it's real. It's like one of the realest parts of that whole entire album, man. When he cussing and said, "I told you to bring back my dominoes." She's like, "Kenny, it's a voicemail." Oh. That's a dad. That's a dad who's been drinking. That's a dad who's been up drinking, kicking him with his home, yelling at his son. And the mama got it was perfect. That whole,
he was with the homies too.
He was with the homies. It ain't no telling. It ain't no telling. But yeah, it's dope. All right, many M.a.a.ds. The two M.a.a.d in the M.a.a.d in the album's title has 2 meanings. The first is "My Angry Adolescence Divided." The second meaning is a reference to why Kendrick doesn't smoke. "My angel's on angel dust."
All right, so apparently, he mentions that somebody slipped him a little bit of the extra stuff on there. He got a little bonus in his.
They put that sherm in him.
Yeah, they put the shenanigans. They got the shenanigans.
Shenanigans, yeah.
No, man.
Had him hopped up on goofballs.
We all saw Friday.
Right.
Okay. So fact number 3: producer Hit Boy of Good Music revealed he originally made the beat for this is the Backseat Freestyle. That's the beat we're talking about. So Hit Boy originally made that for singer Ciara. She never responded, so he sent it to Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar mentioned Ciara in Shireen, aka Master Splinter's daughter. So I guess he gave her sort of a shout out. I wonder what she was going to do to that beat. Backseat Freestyle. I can't imagine what that would have sounded like.
I mean, I was just going to say, I don't know about the singing, but I can already think of a few dances I could picture.
She definitely would be dancing on that track.
She would have killed that.
Yeah, she would have been juking on it. Hopefully she would have come up with a song at some point, but yeah, she would have been juking on it.
I think it would have been a sing rap.
Yeah. I think we even mentioned it one time on the show on the past episode. We were talking about Ciara, and it's like, she's talented, God bless her, but it gets to a point where it's like, stop singing. Just keep dancing. Just dance. Yeah. Do that little thing where you lean against the wall. Anyway, left coast pedigree. GKMC ended nearly an 8-year platinum drought for West Coast hip hop. Right, that was back when everybody else started taking over. Everything started moving down to the South, y'all. Anyway, before Lamar's debut, the last platinum rap album from California was The Game's debut, the documentary, which was also on Aftermath Records.
Yeah, that's a big gap between those two. 8 years.
Because when Game came out, that was a long time ago, and I didn't realize it was that big. Which I like the Game's album too. That documentary album was a hard album, but
I had that album.
Yeah, it was a great album. Yeah. But dude, I didn't realize it had been that long because the sound was just different. It's like you got to a point where everybody was doing something from the South.
Yeah.
Wow.
And fact number 5 about Schoolboy Q. Although Kendrick's TDE label mate Schoolboy Q appears on the album, you won't actually hear him on the song. The handwriting found on the modern classic was done by Schoolboy Q himself. So the little bit that you see inscribed on the lower corner of the album, on the Polaroid, so to speak, is Schoolboy Q.
This is the Scenario Radio Show. Real talk with a playlist.